watching, quietly, secretly, wondering if you'll come back. But they don't realize you're not who you were. You're not coming back to fix anything because nothing broke on your end. What broke was the illusion that you needed them. What shattered was their comfort zone. Chosen one, this isn't revenge. This is rebalance. This is the universe realigning what was stolen from you. Your peace, your time, your attention. And now every breath you take is a problem for the ones who counted on your silence. You see, they didn't just lose a person, they lost access. And access is everything. Once you took it away, the illusion collapsed. Their power wasn't real. It was borrowed. It only worked while you believed in it. Let me say it again so the ones in the back hear it. They didn't fear losing you until you stopped explaining yourself. And now, every post you make, every time your name comes up, every move you make in peace, it haunts them. Because deep down, they know, if you're gone and they're still thinking about you, you were never the problem. That's the sting. You were the real thing in a world full of copies, and now that you're gone, they're drowning in people who don't even come close. And it's hitting them, not all at once, but slowly, late at night, in the quiet moments, in the silence that echoes back everything they tried to ignore. Chosen one, this isn't just a comeback. It's a warning, not to others, but to the version of you that once settled, that once tolerated fake love, half-truths, and convenient friendships. That version, gone. And in its place is someone who doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't prove. You listen now, you observe, you let people show you who they are, and when they do, you act accordingly. This message isn't just here to make you feel better, it's here to wake you up deeper. Because the more awake you are, the more dangerous you become to everything that tried to keep you asleep. You were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to play small. You were built different for a reason. That pain, it wasn't random. That betrayal, it wasn't an accident. It was the universe sharpening your edges, teaching you what fake feels like, so you'd never settle again. And now they want your energy back, after mocking it, after draining it, after doubting it? No. They don't get to tap into your power now that you've figured out how rare it is. So breathe easy, chosen one. You're not the same, and you're not going back, not because you're mad, but because the place you were in no longer exists. You've outgrown the cage they tried to keep you in. Let them miss you. Let them wonder. Let them regret every breath they wasted trying to shrink you. Because now, every breath you take is a reminder. You were the light they couldn't dim. And hey, chosen one, if you've made it this far, that's not an accident. That's alignment. The truth in this message was meant for your ears. And what's coming next? It hits even deeper. So don't blink, don't scroll, don't turn away. Drop the number 777 in the comments if you can feel the universe shifting as you listen. And if this message, your support, no matter how small, fuels this mission, whether it's a like, a comment, or a super thanks, it all matters. Because what we're building here, it's not content. It's a movement, a rebellion against everything that tried to bury the real ones.
Let's go.
So take a breath,
y'all.
and
Let's
stay
go.
locked in. Because what's coming next? It's the part you really don't want to miss.
I want to hear it. I'm nosy. I'm nosy.
Let's dive in, step by step. And if you're truly the chosen one, you'll feel the pull to stay to the very last word. Let's begin. Number 1. When the universe starts whispering, it's already too late for your enemies. They laughed while you bled. Now they flinch when you breathe. That's the shift. That's the moment your silence stopped being ignored and started being feared.
Oh,
while they thought they got away with it, while they moved recklessly thinking you were still asleep, the universe was already moving. Not loud, not flashy, just quietly rearranging everything behind the scenes. Because when the real chosen ones stop explaining themselves, it isn't peace. It's the calm before something breaks.
There you go.
Let's get this straight. You're not paranoid. That strange tension in the air, that feeling that something is watching, tracking, waiting. You're not imagining it. The universe is sounding the alarm, not to scare you, but to sharpen you. Because something's coming. Something twisted is being built behind your back. The kind of trap they set when they think you've lowered your guard. But here's the problem. They forgot who you are now. They forgot the version of you they're dealing with isn't the one they broke before. They're setting traps for someone who doesn't exist anymore. You see, when you were quiet, they assumed you were weak. But silence has layers. Silence listens. Silence watches. Silence builds. And now that you've been still long enough, they don't know what you're planning. That's why they're nervous. That's why their fake smiles look more forced. Because deep down, they sense it. You heard the whisper before the war. You felt the pressure before the storm. And now, while they're still rehearsing their lies, you've already mapped every exit. Here's the brutal truth they don't want you to hear. They don't fear karma. They fear timing, and yours is terrifying. You didn't chase revenge. You didn't beg for closure. You evolved. And evolution is a language they don't understand. You shifted in ways they can't track. And now it's already too late for them to fix what they broke. Ever wondered why your energy makes people uncomfortable lately? Why old friends seem distant? Why certain people avoid eye contact? Because the universe is separating you from anything that can't go where you're headed. It's not rejection. It's redirection. You're not being isolated. You're being insulated. You're being pulled out of the blast zone before the hit lands. And don't get it twisted. They know what they did. They just didn't expect you to wake up from it. They did.
Hey, we're getting out the blast zone. Listen, you know, you got to get out the blast zone, family. You don't want to welcome yourself into nothing. The universe is realigning us, putting us in another position. That's why the beings can't come around. They got to get the blast. Hey, the blast is head. Hey, damn, that's deep. Oh, 12:22. And it's 2:26 today. Oh, powerful. Let's go.
Didn't expect you to move in silence, to study them while they underestimated you. They thought you were just emotional. Nah, you were processing. You were absorbing the betrayal, the games, the disrespect. And now that you've digested it all, you're moving like someone with nothing to lose and everything to protect. They hear your name and freeze, not because of what you said, but because of what you haven't. The unknown is loud now. Your silence screams. Your distance stings. And the truth is, they're not sorry. They're scared. Scared of what happens when the one they wounded stops bleeding and starts building. So yes, chosen one, the alarm is ringing. Not to scare you, but to remind you, you're the target because you're the threat. They tried to catch you sleeping, but the joke's on them. You weren't sleeping. You were transforming. Number two, the devil doesn't knock. It smiles, then offers you everything you ever wanted. Not everything that glows is gold. Some of it is just bait waiting for your downfall. Let's get real. The trap isn't going to show up waving red flags. It's not going to stomp into your life like a villain in a cheap movie. No, the trap is polished, pretty. It wears your favorite scent, speaks your love language, mimics your desires. It walks in disguised as the very thing you thought the universe owed you. That dream job, that charming person, that golden opportunity. But behind that smile is a hook. Behind that open door is a cage. And if you don't pause long enough to look past the surface, you'll mistake the setup for salvation. You ever wonder why the thing you wanted so badly suddenly feels off the second you get close to it? Why the perfect person starts giving you anxiety instead of peace? Why the deal that looked like a breakthrough starts making you question your gut? That's the universe whispering, look again. That's not your blessing. That's bait.
That's bait.
And if you're not awake, it'll catch you slipping.
Double
Imagine this.
Hold up, something ain't
You're
right.
starving. You've been walking through a desert of loneliness, betrayal, rejection. And finally, you see a feast laid out just for you. Everything you've ever wanted. Love, success, validation, a seat at the table. You drop your guard. You think, finally, something good is happening. But the moment you take a bite, everything starts to feel wrong. Your energy dips. Your peace gets shaky. Your intuition starts screaming. Because that wasn't a feast. That was a trap.
That was a
A setup dressed in comfort. And now you're choking on the very thing you thought would save you.
Ooh, confirmations up in here, y'all. Really think it was it was looking all sweet and good. Right when you took a bite, what happened? Hold up, this shit is not right. Like they say, hey, whatever you believe in, family. Some say, hey, lots say, the devil give blessings too. Yeah. That other energy give blessings too, though. Bait you in. Hey, discernment, clarity.
Sometimes the test doesn't come as a storm. It comes as everything you ever dreamed of all at once. See, they know what you crave. The ones watching you. The ones who smiled in your face while secretly hoping you'd self-destruct. They've studied you long enough to know how to bait the hook. And now they've built the perfect illusion. A blessing with poison at the core. And here's the hard truth. Not everything sent to you was sent for your growth. Some things were sent to stall you, to sidetrack your mission, to waste your time with something that looks like purpose, but pulls you off your path. That's the cruelty of the trap. It plays nice until it gets what it wants. Then it devours. Imagine this. You're handed a golden key. It looks like freedom, feels like destiny. You use it to open a new door in your life. But once you walk through, it slams shut behind you. And suddenly, everything feels darker than where you came from. That's how fast it can switch. That's how fast bait turns into bondage. And you might be asking, but how do I know? How do I tell the difference between the trap and the blessing? Simple. Look at how it makes you feel. Not just in the moment, but in your soul. Does it bring peace or does it bring confusion?
Come on.
Does it make you to sacrifice your boundaries? Real love won't demand your silence. Real purpose won't make you question your worth. A real blessing won't cost your sanity, but the trap will. It'll start with small compromises. A little self-doubt here, a few ignored red flags there, and then suddenly you're in deep, you're drained, you're lost in something that looked like a miracle and turned out to be a lesson. And the worst part, most people don't even realize they've stepped into it until they're knee-deep in consequences. That perfect partner starts controlling you. That dream job becomes a soul-sucking prison. That new circle of friends starts gossiping the moment you turn your back. Imagine this. You're handed a ticket to a place you've always wanted to go. The people are welcoming. The air feels fresh. The signs are all green. You step in, and suddenly the walls start shifting. The smiles fade. The lights dim. You realize you weren't invited, you were hunted. That's the reality for too many chosen ones. You weren't given an opportunity, you were given a distraction dressed up as destiny. So hear this loud and clear. If it costs your peace, it's too expensive. If it confuses your spirit, it's not alignment.
It's not alignment.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
You were born with an inner alarm. Chosen
You got that
one.
inner alarm, chosen, we know.
Feeling, that gut instinct. It's not paranoia. It's protection.
Ooh.
You've got people around you who look like they're clapping for you,
right,
but they're really checking to see if their trap worked. They don't want your downfall to look like destruction. They want it to look like your decision. So you can't even blame them later. They want you to willingly walk into your own prison, thinking it's a palace. The most dangerous chains are the ones that come wrapped in gold. That's what they're counting on. For you to be so desperate for something new, something better, that you don't pause to inspect it. But you're not that desperate anymore. You've been through enough now to know. If something feels too easy, too perfect, too fast,
we know now.
It deserves a second look.
Yeah, you got it. Hold up. Let me check this out.
Doesn't rush you.
Right.
It respects your rhythm.
Come on.
And anything trying to bypass your discernment isn't divine.
That's right.
It's a distraction.
So baby,
slow down. Rethink the offer. Replay that conversation. Read between the lines.
Yes.
Because once you step into the trap, it takes years to get out. And that's the game. To drain your time, your energy, your calling. By giving you something that almost feels right. But almost isn't enough when you're chosen.
Oh, gratitude for allowing me into your energy divine. He is cooking today. On this sun day. On 2/22/26. Very powerful day. Very powerful rotation, family. Very powerful rotation. Come in, family. Come in and charge up, chosen ones. Come on in and charge up, chosen ones. Use your discernment, beautiful soul. Some things that look good is not for you. It's going to be aligned up for you, and you're going to really think it like, damn, this is it. And it's happening so fast. It's just taking you for a whip, and then boom, you bite into your sandwich, and you're like, hold up. This is a motherfucking trap. Take this. Patience, patience is the key. Everything will align for you perfectly. You're gonna be in peace, love, and everything. You're gonna feel happy when you receive it. You're gonna feel that within you, knowing it's right. Because it's gonna be so loving. It's gonna feel so good. That's when you know you're in the right place, the right moment, the right now. Chosen. Alignment, family. Woo!
You weren't built for close enough. You were built for truth, for clarity, for purpose, not manipulation dressed up as opportunity. And maybe you're thinking right now, but what if I already stepped into it? What if I'm already stuck? Then listen closely. The moment you realize it's a trap, the door starts to open. Awareness is your way out. Your intuition is your weapon. The trap can't hold you once you stop pretending it's a blessing.
There you go. That's how you free yourself. Oh, you hit that. When you stop giving your energy and you notice that it's what that is, and remove yourself from their situations, cut ties. That's when you start to rise, baby.
You get to choose now. Do you keep playing along because it's comfortable? Or do you walk out even if it's hard? That's the difference between people who stay stuck and people who rise. The ones who rise, they question the script. They stop smiling when it doesn't feel right. They stop clapping for things that make their soul ache. Chosen one, don't let flattery turn into your downfall.
Come on now.
Don't let pretty words make you forget how many times your soul has already paid the price for trusting too quickly. They'll offer the world, but if the cost is your alignment, walk away.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Because you don't need their stage. You don't need their approval. You are the power they're trying to attach to, and you don't need to shrink for anyone's comfort. You've been warned. And now, you've been armed. So next time something shows up that feels too good to be true, ask yourself, does this expand me or does this exploit me? Because if it's the latter, walk away before the door locks. Number 3, when your gut screams, stop ignoring it. That's not paranoia, that's precision.
Precision, baby. Let's go.
They called it overthinking until everything you warned them about came true. Let's be honest, you've been feeling it for a while now, that weird shift in energy when you walk into certain rooms, the unease when you hear someone's name, that quiet voice that says, back away, even when nothing looks wrong on the surface. You've brushed it off, tried to be polite, gave people the benefit of the doubt. But let's stop pretending. You know what that feeling is. It's not fear, it's not anxiety. And no, it's not just in your head. That's discernment. That's your soul setting off alarms your mind hasn't fully caught up to yet. Imagine this. You're walking through a forest. The path is clear. The sun is shining. Everything seems fine. But something in you keeps saying, turn back. Not because of what you see, but because of what you sense. The birds stop singing. The air gets thick. That tiny twist in your gut starts pulling at you. Most people keep walking until the ground gives out beneath them. But you paused. You felt it. And that pause, that's what saves the real ones every time. You're not crazy. You're tuned in. People around you might laugh it off. You're just being sensitive. You always expect the worst. But funny how those same people always come back shocked when things fall apart. And you saw it coming from the start. That's not an accident. That's your gift. That's discernment. And the more you ignore it to make others comfortable, the more damage you collect that you could have avoided. The chosen ones don't need proof to feel the truth. They feel the shift long before it shows up. So let's stop acting confused. That uneasiness around someone who used to feel safe. That's not nostalgia leaving your body. That's your intuition waking up. People change, masks crack, and energy always reveals what mouths try to hide. If your spirit feels heavy around them now, it's because something underneath the surface already shifted, and you're picking up on it before it explodes. Imagine this. You're holding a glass of clear water. Someone drops one drop of poison into it. You can't see it, but your body knows it's there. Would you drink it anyway just because it looks fine? That's what it's like when you keep entertaining energy that your soul already rejected. It might look normal, it might look unchanged, but you feel what's wrong, and the longer you ignore that, the deeper it sinks into you. Your discernment is a divine defense system. It's not a glitch. It's not something to second guess. It's the reason you've survived things other people didn't. It's why your path hasn't been hijacked. It's why you've avoided traps even you didn't know were set for you. So stop apologizing for being cautious. Stop dulling your instincts just to make toxic people feel safe around you. You weren't built for their comfort. You were built for truth.
Built for truth,
they
baby.
didn't fool you. You just chose peace over proving your point.
Chosen one.
And now that feeling is back. That twist in your gut, that restlessness in rooms that used to feel warm, that weird resistance to calls, texts, offers. Trust it. That's not you being antisocial. That's your higher self saying, we've seen this pattern before. We're not doing that again. You've evolved. Your energy has matured. And with that comes a sensitivity to things others can't see yet. You feel fake love in a handshake. You hear lies in someone's silence. You sense betrayal before it's even planned.
Boy, I can smell it on.
That's not paranoia. That's accuracy.
Accuracy, baby.
And you might ask, but what if I'm wrong? Okay, what if you are? What's the cost of walking away from a situation that might have been safe?
I say
Nothing. You protect your peace. But what's the cost of staying in something that your spirit already screamed about?
Come on now.
Years of pain, regret, trauma you didn't need to collect. So which one do you choose? Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, fog everywhere. Two paths. One feels calm. The other looks exciting but heavy. One makes your body breathe easier.
Right.
The other makes your chest tighten.
Come on.
Most people choose based on appearance. You're choosing based on vibration.
I say.
That's why you win in the long run. Not because you're lucky, but because you listen. So, chosen one, let's stop pretending like you don't know what's up. You do.
We do.
You've always known. You just needed permission to trust yourself again.
There you go.
So here it is. You're
Trust
allowed to
yourself.
walk away with no
I love you.
explanation. You're allowed to cut off what makes you flinch.
Come on.
You're allowed to say something feels off
Oh,
and
please, man.
act on it without needing to prove anything to anyone.
Sure.
Because your discernment doesn't lie. It never has.
Never have.
Number
Feel it.
4.
You feel it?
The enemy won't
It is.
announce himself. He'll dress like everything you ever prayed for.
There you go.
The most dangerous enemy isn't the one who attacks you. It's the one who earns your trust first. Let's kill the fantasy. The enemy's not some cartoon devil in red. He's not stomping through your life with warning signs and creepy background music.
Right.
Nah, he moves in silence. He studies your patterns. He watches your pain points. He waits for the exact moment you're tired, broken, and desperate for relief. And then he shows up as everything you ever thought you wanted.
Right.
Imagine this. You've been crawling through months of pain. You've cried for a connection, begged for a sign, prayed for a break. And out of nowhere, someone shows up. Sweet, caring, saying all the right things. Or maybe it's not a person. Maybe it's an opportunity. The job you always dreamed of. The platform you thought you deserved. The door you've been banging on for years finally cracks open. But here's what they don't tell you. Not all open doors are from the universe.
Right.
Some of them are traps. Some are dressed up to look like breakthrough. But the fine print is laced with betrayal. The enemy doesn't need to destroy
Discernment.
you. He
Whoa.
just needs to distract you with something
There
that
you go.
feels almost
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
You ever meet someone and feel like they were too perfect, too in sync,
Damn.
like they studied your soul before they showed up?
Right, right.
That's not a blessing. That's a blueprint, your blueprint, being used against you.
Wow.
The enemy doesn't approach chosen ones with fear tactics. He approaches with familiarity.
Right.
He blends into your frequency.
Yeah.
He learns your code. And then he offers you the one thing you're starving for,
What's
hoping you'll abandon your discernment to feed your need.
And what is it?
Imagine this. You're walking through a mirror maze. Every reflection looks like you. Every turn seems like progress. But one wrong step, and you're circling the same illusion forever. That's how he traps the chosen. Not with fear, but with false fulfillment. With relationships that feel like healing until they hollow you out. With jobs that look like success until they suck the life out of your spirit. With offers that sparkle on the outside and rot you from the inside. And you might ask, but how do I know the difference? Simple. Discernment, not logic, not emotion. Discernment, that gut feeling, that slight hesitation, that whisper in your chest that says, slow down.
Slow down.
Look again.
Look again.
It's not there to annoy you.
Right.
It's there to save you. The enemy's favorite weapon is timing. He waits for the moment you're too tired to ask questions. That's when he strikes. When you've let your guard down. When you're lonely and just want someone to care. When you're doubting your purpose and just want something, anything, to feel like progress. That's when he whispers those subtle words.
Right.
Did the universe really say that? Just enough doubt to shift your path. Just enough charm to distract you. Just enough comfort to keep you from seeing the cage behind the curtain. You see, when the enemy can't destroy you head on, he infiltrates. He sends counterfeits. People who look right, but drain you slowly. Situations that feel aligned, but twist you out of character. And before you even realize it, you've shifted. You're not moving with clarity anymore. You're reacting. You're adjusting to people who were never supposed to have access in the first place. Imagine this. You're handed a glass of crystal clear water on a hot day. You drink it. Refreshing. Perfect. But there's one drop of acid in it. You don't taste it right away, but it's already in your system. That's how the enemy works. He doesn't poison the whole cup. He just adds enough to change your chemistry over time. Chosen one, wake up. Stop being impressed by appearances. Stop assuming that because it showed up during your prayer, it came from a higher place. Not everything sent during your season of desperation is a gift. Some things are custom-built traps made to look like answers, and they'll cost you everything. Your peace, your alignment, your power, if you let them in unchecked. The scariest demons don't knock. They get invited. And the invitation is usually wrapped in your desperation. That's why your biggest job right now is to be still, to observe, to test the energy before you trust the vibe.
This is a message for all of us for this 2/22/26 day. This is a very powerful day for the chosen, for us, for this rise, for this alignment, family. Very powerful day. Trust your discernment, beautiful souls. That's what we're doing. We trust in our discernment. We ready for it. You know, we ready for it, family. Let's go. We ready for it. We built for this. We created for this. We're on our mission. We rise, chosen. Let's go.
If it's real, it won't rush you. If it's sent, it won't manipulate you. If it's meant, it won't confuse you. Anything that demands you silence your intuition isn't a blessing. It's a blueprint for betrayal. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, but what if I already let them in? Then it's time to course correct. It's time to ask yourself the hard questions. Does this connection bring clarity or chaos? Does this opportunity light me up or burn me out? Am I growing or just surviving? If it's draining you, it's not divine. If it's shrinking you, it's not for you. If it's costing you your peace, it's already too expensive. Don't get seduced by the presentation. Don't let your loneliness talk you into lifelines that are secretly leashes. You didn't come this far just to get baited by a better-looking trap. So when something or someone shows up and feels just a little too perfect, pause, take a breath, look beyond the surface. Because while they're smiling at your face, they might be silently counting on your downfall. And remember this, chosen one, the enemy moves in silence, but so do assassins, and you were never meant to be the victim. Number 5, the knife was always in the hug.
Let's go.
It's not the strangers who ruin you. It's the ones who knew exactly where to aim. Let's cut the fantasy. The people closest to you are not always your allies. Some of them are just well-disguised threats with front-row seats to your downfall. They know your habits. They know your insecurities. They know just enough of your past to weaponize it, and too many of them are silently hoping your next move fails so they can finally feel taller. You've got relatives who act supportive until your name leaves the room. Friends who smile during your wins, but secretly collect your failures like trophies. People who act confused about your growth, not because they don't understand it, but because they resent the fact that you did something they didn't have the spine to try. Imagine this. You're climbing a mountain, exhausted, bleeding, doing the work, and every time you stop to rest, someone offers you water, but it's laced with poison, not enough to kill you, just enough to slow you down. That's what fake closeness feels like. That's how subtle betrayal works. They don't destroy you, they drain you over time, smile while doing it, and then act shocked when you collapse. You might be asking, but why would they do that? Simple. Your growth exposes their stagnation. Your ambition threatens their comfort zone. Your light puts pressure on their shadows. So instead of rising with you, they try to hold you in place, not with chains, but with guilt, gossip, and fake concern. Not everyone cheering is on your side. Some are just waiting to see if you'll trip. So stop assuming proximity equals loyalty. Start observing. Who supports you when no one's watching? Who defends you in rooms you're not in? Who doesn't flinch when your light gets brighter? Chosen one, not everyone who's close deserves access. Some were only close enough to study your blueprint so they could sabotage the construction. Cut the rope before the weight pulls you under. The hug shouldn't come with a blade.
Right.
Number 6. The enemy doesn't build prisons. He builds palaces that lock from the inside. The worst kind of trap is the one you decorate yourself. Here's the brutal truth. Not every opportunity is a blessing, and not every comfort is peace.
Right.
The enemy doesn't chase you with chaos anymore. He got smarter. He paints the walls gold, makes the floor shine, fills the air with compliments, and waits for you to mistake luxury for freedom. You walk in smiling, thinking you've made it, but somewhere between relief and pride, the door shuts quietly. No sound, no warning, just the realization that the glitter you were chasing was your new cage being sealed. Imagine this. You're offered everything you've ever wanted. Recognition, love, a seat at the table. You take it. It feels good. It feels safe. But slowly, your peace starts to leak. Your time isn't your own anymore. Your words get filtered. You can't speak like you used to. You can't move without permission. That's not success. That's control wrapped in praise. The enemy learned that for chosen ones, noise won't work. Only comfort will.
That's it.
The easiest way to trap a free soul is to convince it it's already winning.
Yes.
You might be asking, but how do I know if I'm in the cage? Look at what it costs. If something requires you to shrink your spirit, silence your instincts, or betray your truth just to keep it, that's not a blessing. That's bondage wearing diamonds. You'll know it's fake when your body celebrates but your soul sighs. And don't ignore this. Some of the blueprints for your cage are being drawn by familiar hands. The enemy loves to use people with good intentions, but weak discernment. The friend who keeps you realistic. The family member who just wants the best for you. The partner who supports you, but subtly pulls you back when you start to rise. Chosen one, stop letting the gold distract you from the bars.
Come on now.
The enemy's game is sophistication, not chaos. He doesn't need to destroy you when he can keep you comfortable. Break the illusion. Walk out barefoot if you have to, because peace without freedom isn't peace. It's a gilded prison, and you were never meant to live behind gold bars.
Right.
Number 7. The universe is snitching.
Yes, it is.
Are you finally ready to listen? The truth doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, and you feel it before you see it.
I'll show you.
Let's not sugarcoat it. You've been feeling something, a weird heaviness when you walk in certain rooms, that sudden coldness in conversations that used to feel warm. People you used to trust now make your skin itch, and you can't even explain why. But that's not random. That's not paranoia. That's intel. The universe is leaking classified information directly into your instincts. And if you keep ignoring it, you'll walk into a disaster you were warned about a dozen times. Imagine this. You're in a dark theater. Everyone's playing a part, smiling, laughing, acting, but suddenly the lights flicker, and for just 1 second, you see someone's real face, their real intention, their real energy. The mask slips. Most people blink and miss it, but not you. You saw it, you felt it, and now you can't unsee it. That flicker was the warning. The shift was the signal. The universe is exposing what's been hiding in plain sight. And the only question is, are you brave enough to act on what you now know? Exposure isn't always public. Sometimes it's internal. A quiet knowing that something ain't right. The universe doesn't shout. It nudges. It shakes your comfort. It lets you overhear things not meant for you. It sends people back into your life just to show you how little they've changed. That dream you keep having, that message that hit too hard, that gut feeling you can't shake, it's not random. It's a soft voice saying, look closer. They're not who you think they are. You might ask, but what if I'm wrong? Chosen one, even if you were wrong, protecting your peace is never a mistake. Trusting your intuition has never once destroyed your life. But ignoring it, that's where the damage happens. Right now, people around you are being revealed. Patterns are breaking. Hidden motives are surfacing. The truth isn't coming. It's already here. Stop waiting for more proof. The proof was how your spirit shifted before your mind could explain it. So trust it. Move different. And when the masks fall, don't act surprised. You knew before anyone told you, because the universe told you first. Number 8. The delay was the shield, not the setback. What you called a missed opportunity was the universe yanking you out of a trap you were too loyal to walk away from. Now. Let's be real. You were mad, confused, hurt. You thought the silence meant failure. You thought that closed door meant you weren't enough, that the opportunity slipped through your fingers because you didn't try hard enough. But no, that wasn't rejection. That was precision. That was the universe stepping in like a bodyguard saying, not this, not yet, not like this. Imagine this. We got a bigger purpose. Come here. You're standing at the edge of what looks like a golden bridge. It's glowing. It's everything you prayed for. But what you don't see, what the universe sees, is that halfway through, the entire bridge collapses. You would have fallen hard. You would have lost parts of yourself you're still healing now. So instead, the universe delays you, stops you, holds you in place. Not to punish you, but to preserve you. We always think protection has to look like safety, but sometimes it looks like loneliness, like silence, like things falling apart when we thought they were finally coming together. But that's the genius of divine timing. It doesn't care about your schedule. It protects your soul. Baby. We here forward. The universe would rather disappoint your ego than let your spirit walk into destruction. Delayed doesn't mean denied. It means rerouted, refined, and rearmed. You might be asking, but why would it feel so painful if it's protection? Because letting go of what you thought was right always hurts until you see what was hiding behind it. That person you begged to stay, their exit saved you. That job you didn't get, it would have drained you. That move that didn't happen, it would have placed you in the enemy's reach. And chosen one, you didn't miss anything.
You won't miss
What's
nothing.
meant for you won't ask you to sacrifice your peace to
That's
keep
right.
it.
That's
What's
right.
real will not require you to chase, beg, or break your soul trying to hold it together.
Come on, baby.
So
You in
breathe,
peace and love.
step back, trust the silence.
Hey, it's supposed to be flowing. We're in the flow state.
Wasn't punishment. It was strategy. It was protection. It was love in disguise.
Yes. It's supposed to feel
I
good.
will not be deceived in the comments if your eyes are opening and
That's
you're
right.
finally seeing the delay for what it truly was. A rescue dressed as rejection.
Yes. A rescue, baby.
Number 9.
Now you can't have
The
this.
isolation.
I know.
Wasn't rejection.
Calm down.
It was
We got
recalibration. They didn't leave you behind. The universe pulled you ahead where they couldn't follow. Let's clear it up now. Your season of silence, of abandonment, of being misunderstood and overlooked wasn't a punishment. It was a setup, a strategic pause, a surgical separation. That wilderness you went through wasn't a random storm. It was a custom-built gym for your spirit. You weren't being forgotten. You were being forged. Everyone saw the shutdown. Nobody saw the download. While they...
nobody. Hey, they didn't see the download, though. They didn't see that upload. Yeah. Boy, you be thinking it's out there. Be like, damn, there it is. I finally got him here. Yeah. Hold up. Who? Nah. Something don't work. Something, nah. Universe stepped in like, you ain't finna get this one. Heck nah, he put in too much work. Use your discernment, baby. Use your discernment. Check it out. I'm finna show you something. Right here in this reality, I'm finna show you why. And he'll show us something too. Spirit will show us right there. Boom. Oh, that's why it didn't work. Oh, okay.
Thought you were stuck. The universe was isolating you to insulate you.
Yep.
Because the next version of you, it couldn't be built around noise, distractions, or fake love.
Fake love.
It had to be created in stillness, alone, in fire. Imagine this. You're pulled from the battlefield and dropped into the shadows. No applause, no backup, just silence. It feels like exile, but it's actually elevation. You're not being sidelined, you're being sharpened, because what's coming for you requires more than talent. It requires timing. If you had blown up too early, you would have trusted the wrong people, entered the wrong rooms, misread the mission. So the universe slowed you down, not to stop you, but to align you.
To align us, baby.
The break wasn't a breakdown. It was a blueprint. And now you're different. You don't chase energy anymore. You read it. You don't explain yourself to everyone. You let your presence speak.
We just look at it as, hey, we know what's coming is greater. It's going to be bigger. Way. Because this patience that we got going, working on ourselves, hey, chosen, we the new leaders of the new earth. We the Dundatas, the big dogs. Royalty. Everything is returning. Period. Everything is returning to us. So it's got to be divine time and set up, family. Because your bliss is major. That's little bitty. What they was trying to set up. That was some little itty bitty. That was nothing compared to what Most High Source to this divine got for us. Royalty status, baby. Red carpet rollout for you. Yeah, castles. We headed to our castle. Yeah, we headed to our castle.
That's wilderness training. That's what happens when pain teaches you precision. You learned how to build with nothing, how to see without being told, how to survive without validation. That kind of wisdom can't be gifted, it's earned. So when you ask, why did it take so long? Understand, the universe wasn't delaying your destiny. It was delaying your enemies from reaching it with you.
Come on.
If you had been freed too early, you would have carried dead weight into your future. Now, you move light, clear, and lethal.
Very lethal.
Chosen one, your time in the wilderness wasn't wasted, it was weaponized. And now that you're out, the world has no idea what's coming.
They don't know what's coming from.
Number 10. The universe doesn't discard warriors, it reassigns them.
Reassign us, baby. Come on. I like
You're not expired, you're evolving. The mission didn't end, it just got upgraded.
It's got upgraded,
Let's
baby.
kill the lie.
Come on.
It's too late for me. That's a trap. A mental cage built by people who quit too soon and want you to do the same.
You are enough. We are enough.
Real warriors don't age out. They level up.
We level up.
The universe doesn't toss out battle-tested souls. It redeploys them where the stakes are higher.
Come on, limitless beings.
Hits harder.
Come on.
Imagine this. A seasoned fighter walks off the battlefield thinking the war is over. He's worn out, scarred, tired of the silence. But just as he puts his armor down, a messenger shows up. New orders, new territory, a new enemy. Not because he failed, but because now he's ready for the fight that matters. You're not being left behind. You're being reassigned. Your age, your setbacks, your scars, they don't disqualify you. They certify you. You've got experience now. You've got discernment now. You've got a fire in your eyes that can't be faked. The young might have speed, but you've got strategy. You've been through hell and made it back with receipts. That makes you dangerous.
That makes you dangerous, baby, because
the
you went through
universe
it.
Doesn't retire those it trusts. It repositions them where their power shakes the ground.
Come on, you got it,
so
baby.
You think you're too old, too late?
Yeah, listen.
Nah. You're just in the relaunch
too old,
phase.
too late.
This next chapter isn't about proving anything.
Come on.
It's about applying everything.
You're not
who you were when you started. You're smarter now. Sharper. Less naive.
Come on.
You've seen what betrayal feels like, what failure costs, what silence teaches.
Come on.
And that makes you a threat to every system that wanted you to quit. Chosen one, there are people out here who need your voice, your story, your presence. And if you fall for the lie that you've already done your part, the enemy wins by default.
That's right.
But if you rise now with everything you've learned, it's game over. You're not done. You are just being refitted for the next battlefield. And trust me, you're going to walk into this next season like you never left. Because legends don't retire. They return.
Man, I had to block
Number 11.
Well, I had to block
you're bruised, not broken. And that means you're still dangerous.
Damn.
If it didn't bury you, it built you. And that means you're still a threat.
Hold up.
You've taken hits that would have shattered most people. You've watched time slip through your fingers, dreams crumble in your hands, and people you loved vanish like they never knew your name. And yet, you're here, breathing, listening, processing. That alone should tell you something. The fight ain't over.
No, it's not.
Not even close. Imagine this. A warrior crawls off the battlefield covered in scars, armor dented, vision blurred. He thinks it's the end, but then he hears movement, feels that pulse in his chest, and in that moment he realizes, I'm still alive. I'm still in this. That's you. You've been knocked down, humiliated, underestimated. But the fact that you're still standing, that alone is power. You think because you've lost time, you've lost value. Nah.
No.
You think because you're tired, the mission's cancelled. Wrong. The universe doesn't discard the injured. It reinvests in the resilient. If you were truly finished, you'd feel nothing. But that fire inside you, that itch to keep going, to make it mean something, that's your confirmation. The wound didn't end you. It upgraded your aim. You've been trained in silence, refined in pain, shaped by storms. That means you don't move like everyone else.
No, we don't.
You walk into rooms with depth, with wisdom, With armor, no one sees, but everyone feels.
Come on now.
You've got energy that doesn't beg, it commands, and that scares the hell out of the ones who hoped you'd stay broken. So, yeah, you've buried dreams. But maybe they weren't dead. Maybe they were planted. And now they're sprouting in ways nobody expected, including you. Chosen one, don't confuse exhaustion with extinction.
Come on, baby.
You're not done.
You're not done.
Not finished.
You're not
still
done.
in the ring.
Come
Still
on.
chosen, still protected.
Come on, chosen.
Because your role in this story isn't over.
Come on.
Not even close.
No, it's
and
not.
the ones who thought you were done,
Don't
they're about to
give
see
up.
just how dangerous survival made you.
There it go. There it go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, family. That was powerful. You are not done, chosen one. Listen, you just warming up. That's right. I see you. You're just warming up. See, people take that age and different things like that. See, that's a program. They program that on us, family. That's reprogramming the mind. You infinite. You limitless. We infinite. We limitless. Hey, you seasoned now, fam. You seasoned. You taking everything you done been through, and hey, you got a whole book, family. You the book. You the book. Come on. You the book. Yeah, you seasoned. Yeah. Went through it to get to it, baby. Now is your moment, your time. It's here. It's here. It's time to apply pressure. Because you went through the pressure to create this diamond that you are, chosen. Yeah. To create this diamond we are. Huh? Look at you, glowing. Take this energy, divine. Don't give up. No. Keep shining your light, beautiful soul. We need you here. It's only the beginning for you. We ain't looking at age. Hey, we reversed the aging. Look at us now. We reversing aging around here, family. We tapped in now. We know. We know who we are. We know the powers that we hold. Whew. I had to get that out to somebody. 1:11 when I say this on the clock right now. 1:11. Ended right at 1:11. On the 2/22/26 day. Hey, circulation, rotation. Very powerful day today. 2/22/26. Look at all them twos, y'all. Come on, man. Woo! The power. I had to get that energy to you, family. Someone needs to hear this. Some of them look at their age like, damn. They're giving that low, that low energy of not wanting to do because your age, family. Hey, do what you love. Keep moving. Keep going. Go out and enjoy yourself, family. Turn up. Tap into them ancient powers you have. Yeah, you done been through it. You went and healed that past life trauma, divine being. You know what's up. You know what's up out here. You got it all within you. You got it all within you. Unbreakable, unstoppable. You're still here. Still going. Come on, let's create. Let's create. Gratitude for y'all coming through. Allow me into your energy, divine. Yeah. So I need to take this for me too. Like, hey, keep going. Like, come on. Come on, God, keep going. We got this. We got this. We're here for it. Some of us need to hear that because that's gonna push them to their creativity. Boy, your creativity is at an all-time high right now, Chosen. I mean, through the roof. Or all this knowledge and power you have within you. All them thoughts will be coming through your mind of what you want to do for yourself. Step on it. You got this. You're here to change the world. We're here to change the world. You got it. And you got it. It's all yours. The world is yours. Yeah. Flow state on go. You hear me? Everything in the flow state. Everything feels good. Because we're in the right moment, the right place, the right now. We're in this alignment. So everything is perfectly aligned for all of us, chosen. It's supposed to feel good to you. Peace, love. That wealth coming in, feeling good to you. That inheritance that you have received, feeling good to you. You know? Affirmation, the cars passing by. Ooh. That was powerful. This one right here is called They Mad You Woke Up. They mad you woke up, chosen. You know? They mad we woke up, family. But hey, this is divine order. That's what we come to do. Change this. So mote it is, so mote it be. We shall change this. We are the change. We are the power source to this reality of ours. So, hey, we come to change this. Change this. Hey, to reprogram these minds. Tap into them codes within us. As we hold everything we need. Everything is within us. We are the key. We are the book. We won't look outside ourselves for nothing no more. Everything comes from within. It aligns. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Hey, it aligns with us, family. It's like perfectly aligned. Hey, everything is already great for us. Because we speak that within our mind. Knowing our words is powerful. Knowing our thoughts is powerful. We put it in our mind of what we want to see within our reality. Yeah, changing our realities. You know, shifting realities to what we desire. Shifting our realities to what we desire, chosen. The power of the gods, the return of the gods and the goddesses, the ancient ones, the originals, the one. I'll show you. We back on it, family. Yeah. Back in that mind. Back to the mind. This one right here, they mad you woke up, chosen. Let's hear it. They are mad that we woke up. But hey, this is what we supposed to do. Turn them up.
Hilarious how the same people who swore you'd never rise are now whispering, "Oh, this is why we're really mad." That's the punchline, and not even a cute one. It's the kind that hits so clean the enemy pretends they didn't feel it. But trust me, they did. And since this message is built around the truth behind your title, let's tear into it from the first breath. Now imagine this for a moment. Chosen one. You're standing in the middle of a 5-year timeline, and every single fake, snake, tyrant, and low-energy leech who thought they were invincible is suddenly realizing the plot twist was always you, not their lies, not their little schemes. You. The fact that everything flipped the moment you stopped shrinking and started upgrading in silence. That's not coincidence, that's cause and effect with teeth. And to make it worse for them, here's the part that screams, you are absolutely right. Human behavior studies show that people who rely on manipulation peak early and crash hard because their strategies burn out faster than their ego admits. Meanwhile, the quiet ones, the isolated ones, the ones who focus inward, they experience delayed explosive growth that blindsides everyone watching. That's literally you. For 5 long years, you weren't asleep, you were updating. They weren't powerful, they were sloppy. The shift didn't come out of nowhere. It came because you grew past every place they tried to keep you stuck in. And thank you, Chosen One, for even being here right now. Before we go deeper, don't forget to pay this message back by simply pressing like and subscribe to help spread this message to more souls, because it's the responsibility of all of us to spread the light.
I say it's our
And
responsibility.
thank you for being part of this mission. You're a part of a force, whether you admit it or not.
Come on.
Now let's get right back to why people are really mad and why the truth behind this title is hitting them harder than karma ever could. For half a decade, the world ran a quiet experiment, a twisted one. Everyone was handed a choice in the dark: upgrade or decay, heal or collapse, become better or become a tyrant. And while you were out here patching wounds, fixing patterns, unlearning trauma, leveling up your discernment, they were out there picking the lowest vibrational option every single time. They picked ego because it felt fast. They picked cruelty because it felt fun. They picked shortcuts because responsibility felt too heavy. They kept choosing the wrong route until the wrong route became their only identity. And here's where the rage kicks in for them. They thought no one saw them. They thought every lie they told would stay buried. They thought you were down older, sharper, smarter. You weren't breaking. You were loading. You know that moment in movies where the villain has been laughing too loudly for too long and suddenly notices the hero didn't die. That's the exact energy they're choking on right now. They spent 5 years acting invincible, and the universe just hit the reset button and handed you the controller. What makes this funnier is how predictable it all was, because the signs of your rise were always there. The dreams, the inner nudges, the strange coincidences, the breakthroughs disguised as breakdowns. And they ignored all of it. They thought the silence meant you were done, when really the silence meant you were synchronizing with a bigger timeline. You didn't crumble, you consolidated. You didn't disappear, you reloaded. And the moment October hit, the moment this year turned its energy inside out, every single tyrant who fed off chaos felt the floor drop under them. They won in the dark, but the light never forgets its turn. And here's the part that really makes them furious. You weren't even trying to flex. You weren't even trying to prove anything. You just existed, healed, upgraded, and suddenly their entire existence started shaking. That's the level of power you walk with now. It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's atmospheric. It infects the room the moment you enter because you're not the same person they underestimated. You're the final boss version, the edition they never prepared to face. People are mad because the scoreboard reset, and you're not just winning, you're out of their league completely. They had 5 years to take you out and failed spectacularly. They wasted time. You invested it. They bragged, you worked, they distracted themselves, you transformed yourself, and now you walk out of that rubble like the very thing they prayed you'd never become, undeniable. This is why they're mad, not because you changed, but because you changed correctly. They chose chaos. You chose evolution, and now everyone is being forced to live with their choices in public. Chosen one, stay locked in with me, because what you just heard was the appetizer, not the main course. The real picture is about to hit you in ways the enemy wished you'd never figure out. This entire story. It's just starting to unfold. And trust me, once we break down why people are really mad, you're going to feel every puzzle piece snap together so clean it almost feels illegal. Before we go any deeper, drop a 99 in the comments if you're ready to walk into this truth with your head high and your power turned all the way up. And if you feel called to bless the squad behind this message with a super thanks or any support you can give, know it fuels this mission and pushes this light into places your enemies prayed it would never reach. You're not just watching, you're part of this uprising. And now, chosen one, we're about to dive into this step by step. And believe me, if you really are who I think you are, you'll feel that strange magnetic pull to stay till the very end. That's not hype. That's alignment. Now let's dig into the rest.
Oh, y'all be turning me up.
Number 1, the shift they didn't see coming.
1, 2, 3 on the clock.
They laughed at you for breaking, but now they're shaking because you rebuilt yourself into someone they can't even reach. That's the kind of poetic justice that keeps your enemies up at night. And since this section is all about the shift they never saw coming, let's start right where the pain hits them hardest. The moment they realize the version of you they tried to destroy is gone, and the version standing here now is something they were never prepared to face.
They weren't prepared this one.
Imagine this for a moment. Chosen one. A snake slithers around freely when it thinks the yard is empty. But the second the floodlight snaps on, the snake freezes, realizing it's been exposed the whole time. That's exactly what happened when your inner energy woke up. While they were busy plotting, mocking, sabotaging, and acting like cartoon villains with Wi-Fi, you were quietly upgrading. They thought your silence meant defeat. They didn't know silence is where chosen ones reload. They didn't know the dark season you endured wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And the second your internal light switched on, every single person who built their identity around underestimating you felt something terrifying. The truth. Here's the fact they don't want to accept. Large-scale psychological studies show that people who rely on deception and manipulation always miss long-term shifts because they're wired to think only in the moment. They chase instant gratification. They chase ego. They chase control. Meanwhile, the ones who turn inward, who reflect, who confront their own shadows, who grow quietly, they catch the big wave before anyone sees it forming. They evolve into something unrecognizable while everyone else is distracted by their own chaos. That's exactly what you did. The world changed under their feet because they never thought you'd change under yours. Some chosen ones ask themselves, why didn't they see it coming? How did they not notice me changing? Easy. They weren't paying attention to your growth. They were too busy obsessing over their own power trip. To notice your glow up, they'd actually have to look past themselves, and narcissists don't rotate their perspective.
No, they don't.
They were so convinced you'd stay small that they never prepared for what happens when the quiet one becomes the storm. Think about how the world reacted to famous figures who evolved in silence. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. They didn't see the shift coming. He went home, trained in the dark, and showed up later like a walking plot twist. Steve Jobs got fired from his own company. They thought that was the end. Meanwhile, he was sharpening his vision off stage, and when he returned, he changed the entire tech world. Even Oprah was told she wasn't fit for TV. The shift she activated within herself turned into global impact. People always laugh before the shift. People always doubt before the shift. People always get comfortable believing you're stuck where they left you. So no, they didn't see your shift coming because they never believed you were capable of one. And that's why they're scared now. Not because you're loud or showy, but because your transformation wasn't built on external aesthetics. It was internal, psychological, structural. They can't reverse it. They can't outrun it. They can't copy it. And they definitely can't stop it. Some chosen ones also wonder, why did the shift scare the fakes first? Because fakes rely on predictability. They rely on you being predictable. They rely on you staying the same. They survive by knowing your vulnerabilities. They survive by anticipating your reactions. They survive by keeping you off balance. But once your energy upgraded, once your confidence rooted itself, once your boundaries sharpened, once your intuition got louder, something horrifying happened in their eyes. You became unpredictable. You became unreadable.
Yes.
You became unmanipulatable. And that
Gratitude,
scares
guys.
them more than anything else.
Yes.
The world didn't flip randomly.
Yeah.
It flipped because your energy shifted the gravitational pull of every room you walk into. Your presence has weight now.
Yeah,
your absence has consequences.
Yeah.
Your silence has power.
Yeah.
Your attention has value.
Ooh,
And
so
suddenly the
powerful.
same people who dismissed you started realizing that you weren't weak. You were incubating. You weren't fading. You were crystallizing. You weren't losing. You were gathering strength for a comeback.
Yes, we
They
were.
weren't spiritually
we
fit
doing?
to survive.
Gratitude,
Let's
y'all.
also talk about another question that creeps into chosen ones' minds.
Okay.
Why did the universe let them get so far?
Yeah.
Why did I have to go through all that for the shift to happen?
Come on.
Because the chosen don't evolve through comfort. The chosen evolve through pressure. Diamonds form in volcanic conditions. Stars ignite through collapse. Phoenixes burn before they rise. Every chosen one story, whether real or fictional, includes a period where everyone counts you out. That phase wasn't a delay, it was calibration. Your shift had to be big enough to break old patterns, not just temporarily fix them.
Listen, chosen.
And the fakes? They played villain too confidently. They performed with full commitment. They convinced themselves they'd won. That's why the shift hits them like a plot twist. Imagine thinking you broke someone, only to find out you actually sharpened them. Imagine thinking you drained someone, only to discover you forced them to learn self-sufficiency. Imagine thinking you silenced someone, only to hear them speaking with a voice twice as powerful. That's the kind of realization that shakes a person's identity. But here's what really messes with them. The shift didn't announce itself. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't theatrical. It was subtle, gradual, internal. And then, one day, boom. You weren't the same. You weren't reacting.
It was over with.
You weren't afraid.
Yeah.
You weren't confused. Response. They expected you and ran into a wall you built during your healing. That's the shift. The enemy never sees internal evolution coming. And the moment the world started changing under your feet, the universe exposed everyone who didn't belong around you. People started revealing themselves without realizing it. Conversations shifted. Energy shifted. Connections snapped. Old versions of you got uncomfortable. The tyrants who were so confident turned skittish. The manipulators who thought they had you figured out lost their grip entirely. They didn't see the shift coming because they couldn't. They weren't meant to. This shift was coded for your eyes only. Think of it like your life was running on software version 1.0. Everyone assumed you were stuck there forever. Then, out of nowhere, you downloaded the full upgrade, patched every vulnerability, rerouted your circuits, enhanced your resilience, and stepped into version 10.0 while they're still glitching in outdated programming. That's the shift. A metamorphosis so sudden and so sharp that
they still on BMI, y'all. We done moved to Apple computers. Chosen one, they on BMI. BMI. Remember that computer?
World can't pretend not to notice. And here's the final sting for them.
IBM, IBM,
Nobody
BMI,
hinted at it. Nobody prepared them. The universe didn't give them a memo. Your energy didn't give them a preview. The shift was silent, and silent changes are the deadliest. They can't fight what they can't predict. They can't prepare for what they can't see, and they can't undo what already became part of your identity. So yes, chosen one, the shift they didn't see coming wasn't luck. It wasn't random. It wasn't accidental. It was earned. It was intentional. It was inevitable. and the fear it puts in them now,
I
that's just the beginning. Number 2, the rise of the tyrants and their delusion.
That's how long I ain't been on
They
that
didn't
computer.
become powerful. They just got comfortable thinking no one would ever call their bluff. That line alone is enough to make every fake tyrant twitch. Because deep down, they know it's true. Their entire reign was built on the illusion that nobody was watching, nobody was growing, and nobody would ever rise high enough to expose
they thought you weren't growing or nothing.
the chosen one. Here we are.
Come on.
And now, the part of the story they hoped you'd never decode is coming into full view.
Yes, it is.
They didn't rise because they were strong. They rose because everyone else was tired, broken, distracted, or healing. They rose because taking the dark route is always easier than doing the work.
Wow.
But easy routes collapse first. That's why their little 5-year ego vacation is crashing in real time. And you're seeing it happen with your own upgraded eyes. Imagine this, chosen one. Picture someone climbing a staircase made of glass. Each step looks sturdy, shiny, and impressive, so they walk like they own the place, but they never notice the cracks forming under their own weight.
We've seen it though, we've seen the cracks.
Meanwhile you, the one they mocked, the one they underestimated, the one they tried to step on, you were building your staircase out of stone, slow, steady, and painfully earned. They reached the top faster, yes, but they reached it recklessly. And now, their staircase is shattering beneath them, and there's nothing for them to hold on to. That's the rise of the tyrants, fast, flashy, and fake. And that's the fall of the tyrants, loud, humiliating, and inevitable. Let's break down their delusion, because this is where the chosen ones often ask, how did they even get so confident? What made them think they were untouchable? Simple tyrants rise during seasons of collective exhaustion. When people are tired, traumatized, confused, or spiritually disconnected, the loudest, most reckless energy tends to dominate. Negative energy moves quickly. It spreads easily. It doesn't require discipline, reflection, or effort. It's the cheap, fast food version of power. Quick, addictive, but destructive in the long run. These people didn't rise because they had skill or strategy. They rose because real ones like you were busy healing wounds they never had the courage to acknowledge. Psychology backs this up. When someone chooses manipulation, cruelty, or domination as a lifestyle, it gives them an immediate dopamine high. It tricks their brain into believing they're winning. They lie, they steal, they gossip, they sabotage, they take shortcuts, and for a moment, they genuinely feel powerful. This creates what experts call a false elevation cycle. Their ego shoots up, their empathy goes down, their risk perception shuts off. They think they're chosen, blessed, or invincible because they haven't dealt with the consequences yet. That's the delusion, confusing delayed consequences with immunity. Now here's the twist they never expected. Consequences don't disappear. They accumulate. Every lie they told, every person they hurt, every boundary they crossed, every time they fed their ego instead of their soul. It didn't vanish. It stacked up behind them like a shadow, waiting for the right lighting to reveal itself. And now that the energy of these years has flipped, the lighting is brutal. They're finally seeing the monster they built out of their own behavior, and it terrifies them. Chosen one, you have to understand that tyrants always mistake the silence of the universe for permission. They think the lack of immediate punishment means I can keep going, nothing will happen. They don't realize the universe collects everything like receipts, then drops the whole folder at once. That's why the crash is so violent. That's why it looks sudden. That's why it feels like everything is catching up to them all at the same time. It's not sudden, it's accumulated. And while they were rising through shortcuts, you were rising through suffering. Your rise was slow, painful, isolating, humiliating at times, but it was real. It had depth. It had structure. It had integrity. They had a 5-year ego high, and you had a 5-year transformation. Look at the difference. Their rise depended on people being asleep. Your rise depended on you waking up. Let's talk about their fake invincibility, because this is the funniest part. Tyrants genuinely convince themselves that as long as they stay loud, bold, or intimidating, nobody will question them. They rely on fear, not respect. They rely on confusion, not clarity. They rely on manipulation, not growth. Their power is a stage prop. It looks solid, but if you tap it, it echoes hollow. Think about the iconic villains we've seen in the real world. People like Jordan Belfort before his downfall. He thought he was untouchable, riding money and ego like a rocket. Bernie Madoff ran one of the most delusional financial schemes of all time, convinced he was too clever to get caught. Elizabeth Holmes sold fantasy as innovation and expected the world to bow. Every one of them had the same mindset. I'm above consequences. Where are they now? Consequence always wins. Delusion always deflates. Tyranny always collapses. Your enemies are not special. They're running the same outdated script. They believed the rush of getting away with things was proof of superiority. They didn't know it was proof. They were on borrowed time. And here's where the fear kicks in for them now. Your energy is exposing their cracks. Your growth is showing how little they evolved. Your confidence reveals their insecurity. Your elevation shows how fake their success was. That's why they're angry. That's why they're bitter. That's why they feel heat in your presence. Tyrants thrive in environments where no one challenges them. But chosen ones, we challenge everything by existing. Some of you might wonder, why did this pattern go on for so long? Why didn't the universe flip the switch earlier? Because tyrants always get enough rope to showcase exactly who they are. They had to be fully exposed. They had to run out of excuses. They had to dig the hole deep enough that they couldn't climb back out. The universe doesn't rush justice. It organizes it. And now we reach the crash, the part where their fake empire starts collapsing like wet cardboard. Their connections crumble. Their luck dries up. Their masks slip. The people they manipulated turn away. Their excuses stop working. The energy they use to dominate others comes back and devours them. It sounds harsh, but chosen one, this is the natural outcome of living recklessly. Imagine someone driving a stolen car at full speed toward a cliff. They think they're winning the race because they're in front. They think the wind in their hair is a sign of victory. They think the cheering from the wrong people means success. Meanwhile, you're taking the slower, safer road. You're annoyed, hurting, confused, but you're steady. When the stolen car driver flies off the cliff, it's not because the universe hates them. It's because their entire journey ignored reality. That's the tyrants. Their ego was driving. And ego never checks the map.
No, I don't.
Chosen one, hear this clearly. Their downfall isn't happening because you rose. Their downfall is happening because they were never stable to begin with.
Never.
You didn't push them. You didn't sabotage them. You didn't win. They sabotaged themselves.
Yes,
they created their downfall when they chose the dark route, thinking it was a shortcut. You just outlasted them. And here's the final truth that hits them hardest. You rising wasn't part of their plan. They never planned for your survival, let alone your evolution. They never planned for your intelligence, your intuition, your healing, your resilience. They thought you'd break permanently. They thought you'd stay in the rubble. They thought you'd stay small. But you didn't. You rose slower, but you rose higher. You rose quieter, but you rose stronger. You rose alone, but you rose real. The rise of the tyrants was dramatic, but the rise of the chosen one is historic. And they feel it every day, every moment, every time your name crosses their mind. They feel the truth they tried to hide. They may have risen first, but you're the one who rose correctly. When October hit and the universe said enough, they thought life was going to keep letting them slide until October showed up like, nah, playtime's over.
It's over.
That's the kind of reality check that slapped every fake, every tyrant, every ego-driven clown straight across the soul. And chosen one, you felt it too, not in a bad way, but in that electric, spine-tingling, something just shifted in my favor kind of way.
Yes, it did.
October wasn't a month. It was a verdict. It was the universe finally stepping in like a cosmic bouncer, separating the ones who evolved from the ones who were just loud. The wild part is how subtle it started. Tiny signs, small glitches, people exposing themselves without being provoked, connections snapping for no reason, opportunities appearing out of nowhere, your intuition going from whisper to subwoofer.
He's speaking
It
because
felt
it's so
weird,
dead.
like the air was thicker, like reality was rearranging itself behind the scenes. And guess what? It was. October was the moment the universe said, chosen one, move to the front.
Move to the front,
pretenders have wasted enough space.
Move to the front, chosen one.
That energy hit the planet, the fates started panicking. You probably wondered why certain people suddenly got irritated with you for no reason, why their tone shifted, why they pulled back, why they acted threatened. Simple. They could sense the cosmic eviction notice before you even realized you'd been promoted. Chosen one, here's the part you need to understand. When the universe aligns itself with you, it doesn't ask permission. It doesn't wait. It doesn't negotiate. It sweeps through your life like a storm with a clipboard, crossing people off your timeline like, nope, nope, definitely not, absolutely not. And while you were just trying to survive and grow, the universe was preparing a full cosmic smackdown for anyone who dared to stand in the way of your expansion. That's why October felt intense. It wasn't chaos. It was order returning. It was justice waking up. And the enemies, they felt that shift first. They felt their influence shrink. They felt their luck glitch. They felt their masks loosen. They felt the universe stop protecting their bad behavior. For 5 years, they acted like tyrants. They thought they were untouchable. But the second October hit, it was like the universe yanked the plug on their delusion. Suddenly, every lie they told started echoing back. Every manipulation started unraveling. Every fake victory started rotting. The universe wasn't playing referee anymore. It was delivering consequences. Some chosen ones ask, why did everything hit at once? Why did October feel like a sudden awakening? Because the universe doesn't interrupt cycles early. It waits until it can flip everything in one clean motion. Subtle shifts become storms. Quiet signs turn into loud revelations. You went from guessing to knowing. You went from hoping to sensing. You went from enduring to rising. October wasn't random. It was the universe finally revealing the truth. Your season has started. And here's the part that makes this section motivational at a cellular level. The universe didn't shift against them. It shifted for you. Every door that closed was protection. Every person who fell away was removal. Every opportunity that appeared was alignment. Every gut feeling that grew stronger was confirmation. You weren't losing your mind. You were gaining mastery.
It's your moment.
Some of you wondered, why am I suddenly more confident? Why do I feel powerful for no reason? Why does it feel like something huge is coming?
Yeah, because I know.
Because something is coming.
Yeah.
The October shift wasn't the finish line.
No, it wasn't.
It was the ignition. You're stepping into a timeline where your energy carries weight, where your intuition acts like a guide, where the universe moves with you, not around you.
Move with us.
Your enemies are bothered because they can feel the universe protecting you like a shield.
You feel?
They sense they can't access you anymore.
No.
They sense their tactics don't work. They
right.
sense you've risen above their reach.
I say,
And nothing terrifies a tyrant more than realizing their target is now untouchable.
Yeah, it is.
So, chosen one, hear this clearly. When October hit and the universe said enough, it wasn't a warning. It was your green light.
Time to go.
Number 3, the end of their 5-year free pass.
Come on. They 5-year pass over with.
They didn't apologize when they did it, but now they're sweating like someone just pressed play on every consequence they thought they dodged. That's the flavor of panic running through your enemies right now, chosen one. Their 5-year free pass just expired, and the universe didn't even give them a grace period. It snatched the badge off their chest and said,
"Man, what you doing here?
Time to clock out.
Time to clock out, baby. You is not security of the world no more."
The funniest part? They really believed they were untouchable. They walked around like cartoon villains, thinking they had plot armor, but cause and effect finally pulled up in the driveway like, "Hey, boo, remember me?" And
"Hey, boo, you
they're
remember
trembling.
me?"
Let's get into why they're suddenly sweating bullets. For half a decade, they fed off loopholes, manipulation, lies, shortcuts, and your silence. They mistook the universe observing them for the universe approving them. They confused delay with immunity. They thought consequences were something that happened to other people. While you were healing, they were harming. While you were learning, they were lying. While you were building, they were breaking. Their ego convinced them they were getting away with it, but cause and effect doesn't operate on ego.
No, I don't.
It operates on evidence. And for 5 years, they stacked evidence like a tower made of dry wood. Now the match has been lit. Chosen one, this is where your questions start to rise. Why now? Why is everything collapsing for them at the same time? Because the universe wasn't punishing them yet. It was measuring them. You can't unleash consequences until people fully expose who they've chosen to become.
Right.
They had 5 years to correct themselves, 5 years to choose better, 5 years to look inward, 5 years to stop being the villain in their own story. Instead, they doubled down on darkness. And since they insisted on becoming the example, the universe said, "Fine, then we'll use you as the warning." Now here's the part that should motivate you like caffeine in your bloodstream. They're sweating because your elevation is exposing their erosion. Your growth is highlighting their stagnation. Your resilience is revealing how weak they truly were. They thought you were the underdog, but you were the seed, and seeds rise after storms, not during them. Their free pass is gone because the universe switched sides publicly. Every action they put out is coming back with interest. Every disrespect is being returned with consequences. Every fake win is being overturned. Your enemies aren't just facing karma, they're facing accountability.
Yes.
The exact thing they tried so hard to avoid. This is your confirmation, chosen one. The universe isn't playing defense anymore. It's playing offense for you.
Throw me the ball, chosen.
Number 4. You survived what should have broken you. They didn't expect you to heal. They expected you to disappear. That one sentence alone makes every enemy who ever whispered on your name flinch, because deep down they know it's true. They didn't think you'd make it out. They didn't think you'd recover. They didn't think you'd stand up again. But you didn't just survive, chosen one. You rebuilt yourself into someone they can't even psychologically comprehend anymore. And now they're terrified. Because what was supposed to break you ended up turning you into a walking reminder that their cruelty failed. Sit with that for a second. While they were laughing, you were learning. While they were hurting you, you were healing you. While they were playing villain, you were becoming a force. Imagine this for a moment. Chosen one. Picture a sword being forged. At first glance, it looks like the metal is being tortured, slammed, heated, drowned, reshaped, beaten again. It looks brutal from the outside. But from the inside, every strike is creating a weapon that can't be broken. That was you. Every setback, every betrayal, every heartbreak, every moment you cried thinking, this is too much. Each one was a strike in your forging process. And the enemies who thought they were destroying you were accidentally sharpening you. Here's the fact they can't accept. Studies show that people who face intense adversity and choose growth over bitterness come out with higher emotional intelligence, stronger resilience, and a deeper ability to read people. That's lethal. That's the superpower they never expected you to unlock. You didn't heal in a cute aesthetic way. You healed like a warrior. You healed like someone who refused to die in a chapter written by someone else. Your healing wasn't soft. It was strategic. It was reconstruction. Some chosen ones wonder, why does being a good person feel like a disadvantage? Why was it always me being hurt? Because good people play the long game without realizing it. Being decent forces you to build character. Being loyal forces you to develop intuition. Being honest forces you to build strength. Meanwhile, the ones who took shortcuts burned through their energy in the first act. You built slow, but you built correctly. Being a decent person became your hidden weapon because decency isn't passive. It's disciplined. It takes strength to not retaliate. It takes strength to look inward. It takes strength to break patterns instead of people. And while they thought your kindness made you weak, the universe was using it to elevate you beyond their reach.
Yeah, we had to, hey, for real, dog. Gratitude for allowing me in your energy, divine. Hey, boy, y'all done had to stop y'all backhand 20 million times. I know y'all want to come from Egypt on somebody like, oh, boy, they want to come from Egypt on that. Let me go outside and ground. Let me go woosah. Yeah, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Woo! Almost lit that fire. I'm trying to tell you on this ass, boy, but I gotta be peaceful. Let me be peaceful.
That's why your blessings feel heavy now. They're not rewards, they're acknowledgements. Look at how the universe moved for you. Every time someone tried to break you, the universe gave you a clue, a sign, a person, a moment that helped you rise again. You didn't survive alone. You survived with cosmic assistance. That's why you're still here when statistically you shouldn't be. That's why your story didn't end in those dark nights. That's why you walked out of the fire with gifts, insight, and intuition that the people who hurt you will never have. And that's what scares them, because now you can see through them. Now you recognize patterns instantly. Now your soul rejects anything that doesn't align with your growth. Your healing exposed everything fake in your environment. Your growth made you incompatible with the people who benefited from your pain.
That's why you seen that ash on your elbow and you stopped. You was like, ugh, damn, I'm ashy. I got
And your survival proved one thing. You weren't the fragile one. They were. Chosen one, hear this with your chest. You didn't survive by accident. You survived because you were built for impact. The same battles that were meant to destroy you turned your spirit into something unshakable. The same experiences that were supposed to break your confidence ended up awakening your power. And the same people who counted you out are now watching you reach levels they'll never touch because their souls never had the capacity for the work you did.
Listen.
Your decency was never weakness.
No.
It was camouflage. And now that the universe is revealing who you truly are, every enemy who underestimated you is learning the hardest truth of all.
What is it?
You survived what they couldn't.
Come on.
Number 5. Good energy doesn't just return, it multiplies.
It multiplies. It come back.
Good energy doesn't just return, it multiplies. They thought you were getting nothing. Meanwhile, the universe was stacking blessings for you like a silent billionaire investor.
I say.
That's the kind of truth that burns your enemies from the inside out. Chosen one. Because now they're watching you step into a season they swore you'd never reach, and the math isn't mathing for them.
Come on.
They don't understand how you're rising after everything they threw at you. They don't understand why doors are opening for you that should have stayed closed. They don't understand why your glow is stronger now than before you were broken. But you know the reason. Good energy doesn't return the same.
Yes.
It returns multiplied. Let's get into why your blessings are beginning now, not later. The universe was never ignoring you. It was tallying. It was watching you choose integrity when revenge was easier. It saw you pick discipline when negativity tempted you. It saw you walk away instead of stooping low. It saw you heal instead of harm.
That's right.
You think that went unnoticed?
That was good, you did
no.
Come on.
That became your currency.
Yes, it did.
Every tear you held in, every boundary you set, every time you said, forget it, I'll do better instead of bitter.
I'm gonna do
you
better.
were building spiritual equity, and now the payout has arrived.
Now the payout has arrived.
Chosen one of the biggest questions you have is, why now? Why didn't the blessings come earlier when I needed them?
Come on.
Because blessings don't grow in chaos, they grow in clarity. The universe waited for you to reach the mindset where you wouldn't sabotage what you prayed for. You needed strength, confidence, discernment, and self-worth before the gifts could land safely in your hands. You weren't denied. You were being prepared. Meanwhile, look at the enemies who played games with your energy. The universe is punishing their nonsense because they abused free will like it came with no bill. They lied, manipulated, drained, and acted like their actions lived in a vacuum. They didn't understand the universal law. Energy is a boomerang. They threw out poison. Now it returns. They threw out chaos. Now it loops back. They threw out darkness. Now they're surrounded by it. But you gave out light even when you were drowning. You stayed soft-hearted in a world that rewarded cruelty. You showed discipline even when no one clapped for you, and that's why this season is hitting so hard in your favor. You're not lucky, chosen one. You're aligned.
You're alive, baby.
Good energy doesn't just come back. It comes back with friends.
Come here, good energy.
Number 6.
Positive
Their
energy.
worst nightmare. You were leveling up in silence.
Come on.
They thought you disappeared. But really, you went underground to build the version of you they can't survive.
And you came out
that line alone makes your enemies twitch. Chosen one. Because the truth is simple. Your silence was never emptiness. It was evolution.
Let's go.
While they were out there performing like circus clowns, juggling lies, doing tricks for attention, and pretending their ego was a personality, you were training in the shadows like an assassin preparing for the final mission. Let's drag this into the light. Imagine this for a moment. A professional fighter doesn't announce every training session. They don't live stream their endurance drills. They don't tweet their strategy. They vanish. They sweat. They build. And when they reappear, the entire arena gasps because the transformation is undeniable. That was your quiet season. It wasn't weakness. It wasn't depression. It wasn't you falling off. It was you tearing down outdated versions of yourself and rebuilding a model nobody has the blueprint for. Your enemies called it laziness, but the universe called it incubation. They thought you were done, but you were downloading upgrades. And now they're panicking because suddenly you're moving differently. You're thinking clearer, walking straighter, speaking sharper, choosing better. Your intuition feels like a super sensor. Your boundaries feel like armor. Your energy hits like you swallowed lightning. And deep down, they're asking themselves, when did they get this powerful? The answer is hilarious. You got powerful the moment they stopped paying attention. Chosen one, the universe backed your silence. It protected your growth. It kept you hidden while it rewired your mind. You weren't meant to be seen during the rebuild. You were meant to be revealed after the masterpiece was complete. Every lonely night, every meltdown, every moment you felt invisible. That was training. That was discipline forming. That was your soul becoming unrecognizable to your old self. And here's the psychological part that really destroys them. Narcissistic, petty, jealous people only understand loud progress. If they can't see you winning, they swear you're losing. They don't grasp the concept of delayed gratification because they live off instant ego hits. So when you fell silent, they celebrated. They thought they got rid of you. They thought they dimmed your spirit. They thought their betrayal did permanent damage. Plot twist. You were sharpening your blade while they were laughing at the wooden sword they thought you carried. Your quiet season was the setup. Your comeback is the punchline. And the universe is standing behind you like, go ahead, chosen one. Show them what silence really creates.
I show them what it really creates.
Number 7. The consequences hitting them like a brick to the face.
We were sharpening, baby. What we doing?
They spent 5 years building a fantasy. Now reality just kicked the door down and slapped them with the invoice. Nothing makes an enemy choke harder than realizing the empire they bragged about was made of cardboard. And chosen one, that's exactly what's happening right now. Consequences are hitting them like a brick to the face. Not a soft tap, not a warning, a full-speed spiritual knockout. The universe finally yanked the curtain back and exposed everything they tried to hide. Let's break it down. The ones who mocked you, underestimated you, played with your heart, your name, your energy. They thought their little ego empire was solid. They thought they were stacking wins. They thought stepping on you meant elevation. They thought karma was just a myth and accountability was optional.
That's where they messed up
lived
at.
for applause,
They don't believe in their
attention,
karma.
shortcuts, and lies.
got
They built an entire identity out of smoke.
Listen.
And now the smoke cleared.
That's
And
the
there's
plot
nothing
twist.
underneath.
They
The
don't.
realization is burning them alive from the inside. They're waking up to the truth that nothing they built had foundation.
They messed
The
up, man.
friendships, fake. The relationships, transactional. The status, temporary. The confidence, inflated, not earned. Everything collapses when it's built on
Karma,
delusion
mirror,
instead
baby.
of
Come on.
discipline. And they're finally seeing it. 5 years gone. Nothing to show. Nothing real. Nothing lasting.
Listen.
Chosen one, here's the part that really twists the knife. They wasted years thinking they were above consequences. They believed their manipulations were genius moves.
Really?
They believed their lies made them clever.
Listen, y'all.
They believed your
Sunshine.
silence
Gotta do what
meant
them gifts, y'all.
defeat. And the universe said, let me hold that thought.
Let me hold that
And
thought.
waited until the perfect moment to flip the script. Now every choice they made is stacking against them. Now every person they used is walking away. Now every bridge they burned is gone for good. Now every mask they wore is cracking in public. You want to know why it's hitting now? Because they weren't ready to face themselves until life forced them to. The universe waited for their ego to get loud enough, so the fall would be loud too. So they, gratitude for allowing me into your energy. They just kept going, family, until, the universe had to set it on up like that for them. That ego, that ego is, well, you got to pipe that down. I know people say kill your ego, but we're gonna keep them, but we're gonna keep them there. You stay down there, we balanced. We balanced. But some choose that, and family, that ego will fuck you up every time. Period. That's just what it is, family. Period. And that's what's happening, They chose the ego. They want that quick high, a quick level up. They don't want to go through that. They don't want to go through the hard part. Meanwhile, your enemies are battling a psychological horror film in their own heads. They're replaying their actions and realizing how stupid those decisions look. Now, the wasted potential, the wasted time, the wasted opportunities. The main character energy they bragged about wasn't real. It was delusional self-importance wrapped in insecurity. And the most painful part, they're realizing you were the stable one. You were the disciplined one. You were the real one. You were the foundation they never had within themselves. Your growth makes their stagnation impossible to ignore. Your elevation makes their downfall feel sharper. Your maturity exposes their immaturity in HD. You didn't have to swing a single punch. Their own choices did it for you. Chosen one, listen clearly. The universe is with you. You're being elevated while they're being corrected. You're becoming unstoppable while they're unraveling. And the consequences hitting them now is not revenge. It's reality finally catching up. Number 8. The chosen one always looks like a nobody until the reveal. They thought you were finished, but all they really saw was the version of you that didn't know its own power yet. That line alone makes your enemies wince, chosen one. Because deep down, they remember the days you were quiet, struggling, overwhelmed, invisible, and they celebrated it. They swore that was the real you. They swore your low season defined your worth. They swore your silence meant defeat. And now that you've stepped into your reveal, they don't know whether to cry, hide, or pretend they always believed in you. Let's pull this apart slowly so every enemy feels the sting. Your low moments fooled them because the average mind is blind to unseen potential. They only understand loud success, flashy confidence, and attention-grabbing moves. They don't understand depth. They don't understand spiritual growth. They don't understand rebuilding. So when life pushed you into a quiet season, they thought it meant collapse. They confused isolation with failure. They confused healing with weakness. They confused transformation with disappearance. Imagine this for a moment, chosen one. Picture a volcano right before it erupts. It looks calm. It looks harmless. It looks asleep. But underneath is pressure, fire, movement, power that was you during your lowest days. They stood around mocking the mountain, not realizing the mountain was loading a future explosion. And now that you've erupted into a higher version of yourself, the lava is blocking every path back into your life. Here's the psychological part that really fries them. Your enemies expected your struggle to break you because that's what would have broken them. They don't have your resilience. They don't have your internal wiring. They don't have your ability to rise after destruction. They crumble under pressure. You crystallize under it. They collapse when unsupported. You rebuild even when alone. They cling to validation. You grew without it.
Let's go.
That's why they're shocked right now. They watched you walk through storms that would have taken them out in one hit. They saw you lose people, lose opportunities, lose stability, lose yourself.
They seen it all, bro.
And somehow come back wiser, sharper, calmer, stronger.
Oh,
they can't process it because their minds aren't built for evolution.
Come on.
They're built for comfort, and comfort kills clarity. Chosen one, the universe was with you when nobody else was. It kept you hidden on purpose. It shielded your growth from people who would have sabotaged it. Your nobody season wasn't punishment. It was camouflage. You were being prepped, not punished. You were being strengthened, not sidelined. That's why your reveal feels supernatural to them. You reappeared with confidence they didn't expect. You speak with clarity they didn't predict. You carry an aura they can't imitate. You glow with peace they can't buy. Every enemy who underestimated you is now trapped in the most humiliating realization. They bet against someone who was built for endurance. They confused your silence with surrender. They thought your sadness meant you were done. They mistook your breakdown for a permanent ending. Plot twist. Your breakdown was just the prologue. Your comeback is the main story. Chosen one, hear this. You always look like a nobody until the universe decides it's reveal season. And now that your reveal is happening, everyone who doubted you is realizing they should have stayed humble. Because you were never the underdog. You were the plot twist. And here we are, chosen
plot twists.
Time to land this plane. You've seen the signs, you've felt the shift, and now you're stepping into the part of the story where you stop looking back. Their karma isn't your entertainment. Their downfall isn't your job.
No, it's not.
You move forward because the universe is clearing your runway, not asking you to spectate their crash. Let them face what they earned. You focus on what you're becoming. And chosen one. If this message hit where it needed to, then pay it forward. Hit like, smash subscribe, drop the number 77 in the comments, and share this with another soul who needs the wake-up call.
I'm sharing it with all of us. Y'all come in here. Y'all come on in, family, because this is what we do over here every day. Come and charge up. These uploads, these downloads. Woo! This is amazing. Let me put my 77 while y'all playing. Yeah, let me put my confirmation up in there, boy. That was pressure. That was pressure, y'all. Dang. When October came, boy, it was a big shift. Hey, come to the line, Chosen. Hey, hold up. What they trying? Come on, Chosen. We blocking. We got it. Come on up to the front, Chosen. You're on the front line now. Everybody going to the front. All what you went through. Your blessings is here. Your blessings is here, divine. You're in the right place, the right moment, the right now. Confirmation for all y'all beautiful souls that's putting that work in with self, loving yourself. Yeah. Removing all them, vampires, family. It'd be vampire energy that be trying to come in and they see your light, divine, that's all. They want some of their life, family. We activated for sure. We for sure activated. We in the front line now. We're standing on the front line now. It's about you. It's about us. It's about them healed ones that went through it to get to it. Yeah, Spirit say somebody in here need to cut ties. Oh, it is. We gotta cut ties. Cut some of them ties that's around you, family. Across my mind, I felt it. Spirit say, yeah, some ties that need to be cut, because they drain you. They drain you for your energy. You notice they taking your, see, they distracting you, family. It's all they distracting you from yourself. Not, they see your rise, they see where you're going. So that's how that energy work, especially when you're leveling up. Hey, it's always gonna be these tests that we got to go through, reach these next levels and different things. This ascension. Hey, this is what we go through. It's what we're here for. Real family. I just want to put that out there because hey, you are enough by yourself. You are enough. Even when they tell you you're not enough, you enough, family. You showing the world now. We showing the world who we truly are now. They see it. Yeah, they in there. They be around you watching. They see you rising, glowing. They know they got to do work though. We wish them the best. Hey, we love you. We wish you the best. But hey, I got to keep my energy going up. I got to keep this clear from all the bull. For real, keep my path clear. Stay in alignment. You know, there's a lot of them outside that spiritual gate that's looking in, waiting for the right open to slither in. To slither in. Chop them heads off. Protect that energy at all costs, family. Period. This is a very magical, great, powerful time that we're going through. Seriously. The rise of the chosen ones, the year of the horse. We just shedded out a snake from last year. We're sacred. New beginning of the year started. This is our New Year's. Yeah. So yeah, we rising and we glowing. Yeah. It's beautiful, family. Gratitude for y'all coming through for real. That was deep. That was deep. I gotta give it up for you, family, because we finally made it. It feels good being on this other side with you. Yes, it feels good being on the other side with you, Divine. Period. Ashe. Ashe. Tribe energy. You feel me? How we rise. Peace and abundance, y'all. Gratitude for coming in, handing your energy back. We're gonna come on here later too as well with some more messages too, family. I want y'all to come through. Y'all set y'all notifications. If you ain't follow me, follow me. Gratitude, brown eyes. Come here, give me a hug. Yeah, I love y'all, family. Well, I love y'all for handing your energy back. What you doing, chosen one? Are you feeling good? Feeling great. Give me a hug. Don't be running. Hey, somebody trying to run out the door. Catch him, chosen. Hurry up. Caught him by the shoestring. He fell. I'm still hugging him. Yeah, we give hugs over here, man. You didn't know. Yeah, I love your family. Your family. I'm grateful to finally be in your presence. And you allowed me into your energy. Chosen, I've been looking for your family. Dang, I've been looking for you. I'm glad I found you. Yeah. I love you. Dang, y'all. Get y'all some Ah! Thought they just need a slap in the back of the head. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come here, damn. Don't be running. Take this hug. Hey, gratitude, y'all. Love y'all, the vibe. Here's your energy. I'm gonna hand your energy back. It was greatly appreciate love. I really appreciate love, you family.